So now let us say how to, this relation is called foreign key relation. Click on the student ID. There is an icon here. Foreign keys. Click on this foreign keys. Now this is Z Chetan department. This is the table. And we want relation with which other table? What is the other table in which student ID is existing?
Z
Test student. Give that name here in the check table.
Okay.
Click on generate proposal. So it's already giving a proposal. SAP is already giving me and asking Z test student ID will be equal to Z Chetan department student ID. Okay?
Okay.
So if you are okay with this relation, click on copy. So here you can find a copy button in the bottom. Click on the copy. Observe the status bar. The status bar is showing you foreign key was transferred.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'll activate this. Now I'll go to these entries of the table. Now see here student 0001 is there. Okay. Now I'll go in edit mode. I want to change it. Student ID 1 is there here. But student ID 1 is not there in this table. So now I am trying to save. Just come down and see what it was saying. Come down to the status bar and see what is status bar is giving.
Does not exist in Z test student.
Yeah. So once after relation, if you relate two tables, it will check the G student table whether the student number, whatever you provide here, that is there in this table or not. If it's there, then only it will allow. Say for example, if I give here 1, 2, 3, 4, then it will allow me to save. It will not give any message. Data successfully created.
Yes.
If you are trying to give some other student ID which is not existing in that table, so 1 or 2 or some any entry, try to give it and save it. So with this table, this student ID is not existing in this, so it's not allowing. Okay. If you want to give some student ID here, first come to this table and create that student ID here, then it will allow here. Okay. So this is called a concept of foreign key, relation between the two tables. So please make a note. Check table is a table which will be connected via foreign key relationship. Check table is a table which will be connected via foreign key relationship. In interview, you will get a question. What is the check table? Okay. So check table means, see, assume that there are two tables. So now I am in this Z Chetan department. So I want to made a foreign key relationship here. I will select one field which is there as the primary field in another table. In student ID, in Z test student ID is a primary key, right?
Yeah.
So consider that kind of field. Click here and click on foreign key. Here you are giving a check table. Okay. What is a check table? Z test student. Okay. So for Z Chetan department, the check for student ID field, check table is Z test student. In other words, whenever I am going to create an entry in Z Chetan department, it will check the entries of students in Z test student table.
Z test student.
Okay, so
Okay.
because it is checking in this table, this is called a check table.
Okay, sir.
Sir, actually, if this relation can be created only between a primary key of one table and another key of another.
Yeah, this relation can be created only, see, in the check table, your foreign key should be a primary key. This is the check table, right?
Okay.
In this check table,
Yeah.
whatever key you are relating here, that should be a primary key.
Okay.
Z the student is a check table now. In this table, this should be a primary key.
Yeah, this that is the basic definition for foreign key.
Yeah. You please make a note. Please make a note. Because this will be also asked in your interviews.
Okay.
Okay. And one more important thing is, see, observe here, STUID has a data element, right? This data element and this data element should match. Same data element you need to have in both the tables. Then only you can define a primary key relation, foreign key. Then only you can define a foreign key relation. Say for example, tomorrow what you will say? I will create one more new domain here instead of giving just student ID. I will activate the table. Then I want to define a relation. That is not possible. You should have same data element in both the tables for which you are creating a foreign key.
Okay, sir.
Field name can vary, not a problem. Here, student ID, instead of student ID, you can give student number. It's not a problem.
Okay.
But the data element should be same.
So like the other table is called check table. Now this, what is this table called, sir, in this relationship?
This is foreign key table, in which you are providing a foreign key. So this is a foreign key table. The other table is a check table.
Okay.
Okay. So now you got what is the check table, what is the foreign key table,
Yes, sir.
right? So now see, if you whenever you are creating an entry, so now here a button is coming up. Otherwise, in a foreign key table, I'll go to utilities, table contents, create entries. I want to create one more entry here. Department HOD, give something, student number, something. If you see, if you put cursor on student ID, a button is coming up here. If you observe.
Yeah.
If you click on this button, the students which were available in the check table will come.
Okay.
You can directly select any one of the student, click on save. No need to open this table and go here and check. No need to do this.
Yes.
A button is already
Sir, actually now
yeah. Tell me.
actually now in the check table we have only two entries, sir. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 4, 5.
Yeah. Create one more entry, that will also come in the check table. Now in check table, if I create one more entry.
No, sir. No, without creating there, if you want to create in the foreign key table, what will be the?
So see, then there is don't define any relation between the two tables. Why you want to relate two tables and then you want to put some more entry there?
Okay.
Okay. Once you relate the two tables,
No.
you should follow this. That means whatever is there in the first table, that will also be in the second table.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, it won't accept, sir.
It won't accept.
Input we give.
It won't accept. You give something else, it won't accept. You observe the status bar. It will say this does not exist in the student table. I can't create an entry.
Okay.
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 Fine. So this is what if you observe and see one more thing. Now we are going for something else called value table.
Okay.
Okay.
Foreign key can be made as a primary key in the same table, foreign key table. Yeah, you can. not primary key, you can make it as a composite key. I'll coming back. Yeah, here you will say student ID, I'll put on the top, I'll make it as a foreign key. You can. See, here in the foreign key table, no matter wherever the field is. Okay, but in the check table,
It must
Yeah.
be the primary key.
now one more thing I want to show you. After defining the relationship, if you go to the foreign key table and click on this entry help check tab, here foreign key got selected and check table it was showing Z test student.
Z test.
Getting it? So this is how you
Yes.
can identify. Say for example, if I go to the some SAP standard table, if you observe this table, I'll go to the entry help check tab. See, this field has a foreign key relationship with this check table, and MATNR material number has a foreign key relationship with Mara.
Mara.
SPRAS has a foreign key relationship with T002. Like that. You can take any standard SAP table and you can check what are the tables it has relationship. Fine. Yeah, it can have any number of n number of tables it can have. Fine. So then the next step is value table. Now let us see what is value table. So now what I'm going to say is create entries. Here we are getting one button, right? Why we are getting this F4? This button is called search help. This button name is search help, or this button is also called as F4 because in the keypad if I press F4, this will automatically open. Okay, so this is called F4 help or search help. So this search help we are getting from check table. Because we have defined a relationship with the check table, we are getting this search help. Now, I want the similar kind of search help for department name.
Okay.
I want a button here. See, right now there is no button. I want a similar kind of search help button here.
Okay.
So that I can select the department from here. Okay? So what to do?
Okay.
What is the go to the particular field name. Department name is the field name for that, right? Go to the particular field name. Double click on the data element. Double click on the data element. Oh, here you have predefined type you have created. Data element is you have created predefined type. Okay, fine. How many characters you have given for department name? Fine, I'll take some character. Ten. Let me check. It's not character 10. Previously you have given some other value. Yeah, fine. So I'll go here. Fine. Utilities, table contents, create entries. I'll go. Yeah. Now what I'm saying here, I got the button due to the check table, but same
Yes, sir.
button I want here also. Okay. How to
Yeah.
do it? So go to the department name because you want F4 button, search help button for department name. Double click on the data element. Double click on the domain. In the domain there is something called value range. Click on the value range.
Okay.
Yes.
Go in a change mode. Okay. So these are the different departments in a college, in an organization, engineering or college organization. So I'll give here CSC, CSC, Triple IT,
IT.
ECE,
Nick.
ME, and so on.
Nick.
Give the department. CSC means you give the description.
Computer science.
Okay, so you give any description.
Okay.
I'll give a small. I won't give an entire description.
Yes.
Okay, so give some description like this. Activate your domain. Activate it. Come back. Activate the data element. Come back. Activate the table. Okay. So now try utilities, table contents, create entries. Previously for department name there was no button. Now if I press here, button was coming.
Mutton game.
Yeah. Click on this F4 button. What were coming?
Okay.
So whatever you are giving on the value table, so those were coming. Okay. So so what is the use of domain? In interview, somebody will ask you, what is the use of domain? Then generally all the people will say that domain will be used inside the data element. In domain we can specify the data type and length. So this is what everybody can say. But you can also say that in domain we can define value range. So this is the additional extra advantage of domain. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if you can say that in domain we can add value range, you can impress your interviewer. And what is the advantage of data elements? In data element,
Data.
you can add the field labels. You can put the field labels here. Okay. So I will tell you where these field labels are exactly useful. So today what we learned is what is a check table, how to define a check table via foreign key relationship, how to create a value table. Value table will be created inside
The domain.
domain. Yes. So go inside the data, particular data element, go inside particular domain, you can create a value table.
Okay.
So now next
Sir,
one.
actually no, we have,
Yep. Tell me.
sir, we have created a foreign key relationship, sir, using a key from foreign key table and a primary key from check table.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, the key in the foreign key table, the field which we are using cannot be the primary key, sir. Like we cannot relate to primary keys.
You can relate it to primary key, but the field name should be same, data element should be same. Is it same? Student
Like,
ID, student ID is existing in both the tables here. That's why I have related those. You cannot relate student ID with the employee name, right?
and
That
that
you
I
should
got
not.
it, sir. Like If in the foreign key table, student ID is a primary key, sir.
Okay, fine.
And even in the check table, student ID is a primary key. Then we can relate those both, sir.
You try to relate a primary key with the primary key.
Okay.
So actually, yeah, you can relate it, but it does not have a meaning. If both the
Okay.
you can relate it. It's possible.
Sir, like we saw a standard SAP table now, sir. MAKT.
Yeah.
Sir, could you please open that, sir?
This is a key field, right? And it is a key field.
Yeah.
So here it's having a foreign key relationship with the T000, right? If you go inside the T00, again and it is a key field. Okay. So you can relate, not a problem, but it does not have a meaning.
Okay.
Fine. So now the next concept is the client dependency and the client independency. So I'm saying you in the first class that I will tell you the relationship between this MANDT and what if we don't have MANDT, right?
Yeah.
MANDT is called a client. Okay. So now let us suppose I have created a table without MANDT field.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So then the table data is client dependent. You can please make a note. If the table structure, otherwise, wait, one moment. The first point you make a note, client dependency. You put a heading client dependency,
Yeah.
and in that you make a note. Table structure is always client independent. Table structure is always client independent. That means if we create a table structure in client 800, if we create a table structure in client 800,
Okay. Access with another client.
the same structure is visible in client 810.
Okay.
Say for example, this is what called a table structure, right? Leave about the table data. Forget about the table data for some time. So this is your table structure. If you create this structure in client 800, that means when you are logging in, your login screen will have a client 800, right? So if you log in 800 client and create one table structure, that means up till this part only. You have not created any data, assume. And if you log in into 810 and you are seeing the same name, same fields, everything will be available, ready-made. Okay?
Okay.
But
Okay.
table data, in the next point you can write down. Table data is
Client dependent.
client dependent if the table structure has the field, if the table structure has the field MANDT. So just try to read that sentence and understand it. Table data means, see this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this table structure has MANDT field. So
Okay,
here
then this
all
can
800,
be
800, 800, all the data is having a prefix of 800. If
Yeah.
tomorrow if I log into 810, this data won't be there. There 810 will be there everywhere. Instead of 800, 810 will be there, and this data also some different data will be there. Okay. Assume that this MANDT field is not at all there. A MANDT field itself is not there in the table structure. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So then your table data starts with MATNR. So whatever the
Yeah.
data you give for these fields, that will appear in the another client also.
Okay.
Okay.
So getting it. So what I meant to say is, table structure is client independent. But
Independent.
in the structure only, if you are talking about the structure, structure will be there in all the clients. But when you are speaking
Okay.
about the table data, if the table has a MANDT field, then data differs. Data in 800 will be different. Data in 810 will be different.
It will be different.
But
Okay.
but now, if the table structure does not have a MANDT field at
Okay.
all the clients will have
The
the same data. Same data. Okay?
okay.
So that is the
Okay.
concept of this MANDT field. So
Sure.
see, these are very simple. These are very, that means very basics, but these will lead to very much confusion if you don't understand the concept correctly. So interviewer will confuse
Okay.
you in these concepts mainly. Okay.
Okay.
So try to understand it.
Sir,
Yep. Tell me.
like if they ask us what is the use or why you create the relationship between two tables, what can we answer, sir?
Why you create a relationship between the two tables? See, for example, I have a scenario like this, in which I have worked on. See, the thing is, there is one organization which has employees. Okay.
Okay.
So that particular organization is also having a school.
Okay.
Okay. So the employees of this organization, the employees have some childs, no? These childs will
Yeah.
join as a students in that school.
Students. Yes.
Okay. So for employees, you will create a separate table. For students, you will create a separate table. Okay. Whenever you are making an entry of the student table, you will check the father employee ID should match with the organization employee ID. This kind of scenarios will be there.
Okay.
Okay. So that is why we need a relation between the two tables.
Okay.
Fine. So then let us go to the next one. The next concept is view. What is a general view? View means what you will say? What we can see.
Displaying all the content.
What we can see. For example, we are looking into some window. We can see something. So that is a view. The view is good, we'll say.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes.
actually world is so large. You cannot see the entire world through window. You can see up to some extent. So that is what view. Okay. So similarly here view means table has so many fields. You cannot see all the fields through view. You will concentrate only some particular fields. So that is view. Okay.
Okay.
So in the definition wise, you can say view is a logical view which can be generated on tables. Okay. Please make a note. View is a logical view.
Okay.
View is a logical view which can be generated on tables, on database tables. Okay, views will be created at runtime and will not occupy any memory. Views will be created at runtime and will not occupy any memory. So what is a view means? See, actually database tables will store the data. What view will do? View will not store any data, but it will that means through view we can look into the table data. Okay? So now there are 4 types of views. There are 4 types of views. Database view, projection view, maintenance view, and help view. maintenance view and help view. So now let us see how to create a database view. To create a database view, we should select one or more tables which is having a foreign key relationship. Okay. Say for example, I will create z_test underscore db VIW. So I'll give some name here which is starting with the Z or Y. Click on create. So I'll select this database view radio button. Click on copy.
Okay.
Give some suitable description here, short description. You can give anything. Okay. So now I want to give some table here. Just now we have related these two tables, right? Z_test student and Chetan department. So I'll take this Z_test student, put it on the tables.
Okay. Okay.
Click on relationships. When I click on the relationship, SAP will search what are all other tables which are having relationship, foreign key relationship with this table. So I'll check the relationship. So SAP has searched and it come up with the table Z Chetan department. Now SAP is saying
department.
yeah, Z student test student has a relationship with Z Chetan department. Now select this, click on copy.
Okay.
So now SAP is also giving on which field you have related these two tables. So you have related Z student ID with Z Chetan department student ID, right? So once you get the relationship, go to the view fields. Okay. So now what are all the fields you want to look? Click on the table. Now here there is a F4 help automatically coming. Okay.
Yeah.
Click on this F4 button. Here it is giving Z test student. Select this. From this table, what are all the fields you want to look? See, what I said, view means you can see some particular fields of a table.
Yes.
So what are all the fields you want to have a look on this table? Click on the table fields. Otherwise you can click on this field. See, these are the fields which were available in Z test student table.
Yes, sir.
Right? If you go to S11 and open this table, these are the fields which are available in Z test student. From these fields, which fields you want to see? I want to see student ID. I want to see student name. I don't want student age. I want student class. Okay. So like that you can make, that means you can select whatever the fields you are required. Click on copy. So these are the fields I need from Z test student.
Student.
Yeah. What is the other table? Z Chetan department.
Z Chetan.
So paste Z Chetan department here. Press enter. And now come for F4. If you click F4, now these are the fields which are available in Z Chetan department
Z
table.
Chetan department. Yeah.
So now I want department ID. Similarly, I want some other fields too. I want department name. These two fields I want from
Z Chetan department.
Z Chetan table. I'll save it. Check it. It's giving some messages in yellow color. So these are, whenever you get a message in yellow color, that is a warning.
Okay.
You can ignore the warnings.
Okay.
Okay.
Activate. It is saying warnings are there. Do you want to display the log? No, I don't want to display the log. Just activate. Click on no.
Okay.
So this is the status is active.
Okay.
Now look into the entries.
Okay.
How these entries are picked up?
Based on the fields we have selected.
See, I will go to the Z test student table. So these are the entries in Z test student.
Yeah.
I'll go to the Z Chetan department. So these are the entries in Z Chetan department.
Yeah.
Now, for this student ID, what is the corresponding fields in what is the corresponding department? See, student ID is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, if you look at the student ID 1, 2, 3, 4, what is the corresponding field? CSE and department ID is 11. 11 and CSE, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this should come in our view. See, this is the Z test database view. In this 1, 2, 3, 4, this Ranga is coming from student table,
Student.
Z test
and
student.
this 11 CSE corresponding entries are coming from
Z Chetan.
Chetan table. Okay, and similarly, if you look at the second record, 1, 2, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 4, 5, Manoj and 1. These are coming from Z test student table. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, Manoj and 1. For this student ID, what is the corresponding entries in Chetan table? For this student ID, the corresponding entries are 11, triple. So that 11, triple are coming here. Okay. So this is called a database view.
Okay.
So please make some notes. Database view can be created on more than one table.
Created on more than one table.
Yeah, if you see here on the screen, if you have look, here we are entering more than two tables, right? More than one table or two tables. So you can add multiple number of tables here. And you can create a database view. Second important point is it has maintenance status read only. Database view has maintenance status read only. That means you can only see the data, you cannot change the data. If there is no change icon available here, okay, it has
Yeah, sir.
only read only access. And one more thing, it has some selection conditions. If you want to put some selection conditions, you can put it. What is the selection condition? Say for example, right now I am getting 2 records. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I will say I want the records when the department name is triple E. So that kind of condition I can put. See how I can put this condition. Go to the selection conditions.
Okay.
So I want Z test student for no department, right? Chetan department.
Yes, sir.
Department name equal to triple E.
Okay.
Give the capitals. I want the record. So how many records will come now? 1.
Only one.
Only 1 will come. If you don't give that condition, previously 2 records were coming. Because you have given that condition, only 1 was. 1 is matching with that condition, only 1 is coming. So this is how you can create a select condition. Yep. Tell me.
While creating a database view, sir,
Hmm.
we only selected which fields we want to appear in the views.
Yeah.
We never asked like we want only 2 records. Why only 2 records are displayed?
Why only 2 records are displayed? Because if you observe the table,
Yeah.
so only 2 entries are there here with the student ID, which is matching with the Z Chetan department student IDs.
Okay.
So that's why 2 records came.
Okay.
Okay, so say for example here if you create one more record, some student ID, some XYZ, and if your Chetan table is also having some entry with the student ID XYZ,
Yeah. Then 3.
then 3 will come.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
fine. So we'll stop here. We will continue with the remaining views in the next class.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next class is when, sir?
Next class will be on Monday, but probably I can tell you like tomorrow if I get some free time I'll call you. If you are
Okay.
having some time, all of you.
Okay,
What about Vinod and Javed? Can you?
No.
Are you free tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
And okay, fine. So then let me check because I have some work to do in office tomorrow. I don't know at what time I can get free. I will give you a call. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Before half an hour means I can able to come.
Fine. I'll give you a call before
you tell
before 1 hour itself. I'll tell you because I need to come here. Bashweshwar Nagar means it will take easily 1 hour to me. It will take 1 hour. Okay. So meantime you can reach. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine then. Bye.
Thank you,
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.